Like you can have your feelings about the ebb and flow of life, but if life is demanding that you put a couple things on the back burner, make sure that there's a way that you balance taking care of yourself without feeling bitter or angry that you can't self-care all day. Hello, and welcome to the Empress podcast. I am your host, Jessica, known in the online space as Jess the Empress. I started this podcast to help you be present with yourself, cope with chaos, and simplify your life. I do this by combining psychology, behavioral science, and the tarot. I have a background in mental health, specifically a master's in clinical social work from USC, and I'm a professional tarot reader. So get ready to have a nurturing, creative, and empowering experience with me as we use practical magic. Hey, hi, hello, my sweet babes. How are you? Welcome back to the podcast. All right, I actually want to keep this really short and really sweet. I know I've been following a little format where we talk about what's coming in, what we're leaving behind, and then I pull additional cards. For the sake of my sanity, I'm just going to keep it very straightforward to minimize editing. I have so much on my plate, but I still want to get something out. I feel like this is part of what I do. I've got to, be sharing. I can't just be holding this information in, but, I'm not trying to make it a big ordeal. August 2024. This is what we're talking about. Okay. So we have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords, Two of Pentacles in the reverse position. Let me clarify that Two of Pentacles reversed, because first thing coming to my mind is really just minding our own business, head down, focused on what it is that we want to create in our lives, focused on things that really need our attention because we can't ignore them. Like we can't afford to ignore the things that we've been working for. And then the Ace of Pentacles, I asked to clarify the Two of Pentacles in the reverse position, and we got the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. So, Eight of Pentacles, this card here, for those of you on camera, for those of you off camera, there's a person sitting down at a workbench. He's got a bunch of pentacles hanging near his head. This guy's focused on a pentacle, a little pentacle by his feet. We get this idea that this person is just really dedicated to what they're doing, really tuned in. And I feel like it's important for us to ask ourselves, what have we been tuning into lately? What have we been putting our time and energy to? What have we been devoted to? If we don't like what we're paying attention to, if we feel like we're building nothing or that our time and energy are wasted with certain people or certain projects, I would challenge you to see where you can let go of some of those things in order to start building differently. But for a lot of us that have been working hard and we enjoy what we're doing, the work is the work. My partner says this. I repeat it because I think it's valuable. Sometimes we want the work to be glamorous and to be exciting. I'm imagining this person getting up, putting the apron on, walking to wherever they are, their little bench. It's on the outside of the city and there's nobody around. That they are tuning out the noise in order to just focus on the task at hand. There's this level of contentment or presence that we could project onto this image. And so I wonder how many things that we're engaged in that we're present with, or are we just simply, in our own heads, having arguments with people, talking about random stuff that we found online, just sort of nonsense mentally happening. The Ace of Swords, I feel like there's new information that wants to come in, be this from other people, right? Other people want to have a conversation with you to share something. This is you seeking out information. This is the universe presenting information to you. However it is, I want you to stay open to conversation. I want you to stay open to a new way of thinking about something, to entertaining multiple perspectives and recognizing multiple perspectives always exist. What perspective do you want to take on for yourself is something that you can ask yourself. What is the highest perspective? What is the clearest perspective or the kindest or most compassionate perspective? Right? When you're playing within your value system, you can then choose the thing that fits for you. And this is a really cool thing because there's so many of us, our thoughts, our beliefs, other people's opinions, they become stuck in our mind. And then we live by those themes or those mottos or those rules that other people gave to us. And we don't ask ourselves, like, what is it that I want to give to myself? What do I want to feed myself? So stay open for the positive things to come to you this month. I mentioned like it could be through other people. I feel like a lot of what my work is on my one-on-ones is reminding people of what they forget to tell themselves or to tell them something that they want to be telling themselves, but just haven't quite languaged it yet. They hear me say it and they're like, that's it. That's what I need to start saying to myself over and over again. So they're doing the self-affirming. I'm just like planting the seed. Ace of Swords is this seed being planted. This, again, thing that you can choose to have multiple perspectives over, or just say, like, yeah, I'm forming an opinion. I think we so quickly want to have an opinion ready that we can whip out in conversation to feel prepared or to not look stupid or whatever. However, you can say, I don't have all the information and I'm going to look for more information, or I'm waiting to hear back, or I'm waiting for more information, or I haven't formed an opinion around that yet, or I'm open to changing my mind. All of these things are so much more calm and chill than like forcing yourself to be at a mental solution or believing in something before it's real for you or before you're ready to just kind of adopt it and bring it in. And then with the Two of Pentacles reversed and the Ace of Pentacles as the clarifier, I know this is going to bum some of you out because even me looking at it, I'm like, I don't like it, but whatever. And that message is you can't have it all the time. There are moments where in times in life, maybe years, whatever, where you have to sacrifice certain things, where some things do have to go on the back burner because the responsibility of those other things comes first. And it could be responsibility to your family, could be responsibility to your career because of deadlines or whatever, right? And I'm not saying that you abandon self-care. I'm not saying that you abandon other people. I am saying that you have open conversations and you let people know, hey, I'm influenced by all of this on my plate. Wish I could let it go. I can't, but what I do have time for is X, Y, and Z, right? So you're showing people that you care about them. They just can't take up as much time as they used to or whatever. Same thing for yourself. Look, I would love to be able to self-care all day.
Hey there, coffee lovers. Are you tired of settling for boring coffee? I have a treat for you. Today's episode is brought to you by Heartwork Coffee Bar, your one-stop destination for exceptional coffee experiences. Whether you're a coffee connoisseur or just someone who appreciates a great cup of joe, Heartwork Coffee Bar is here to elevate your coffee game to new heights. At Heartwork Coffee Bar, they take pride in their craft because each batch is carefully roasted to perfection, ensuring that every sip is a symphony of flavor. From the rich and the robust to the light and fruity, they have a coffee blend for every palate. And here's the best part. For you amazing podcast listeners, Heartwork Coffee Bar is offering an exclusive 10% discount on your purchase. Just use the code Empress10 at checkout and you'll save big on your order. Why settle for ordinary when you can indulge in the extraordinary coffee from Heartwork Coffee Bar? Remember to use code Empress10 for that special 10% discount and treat yourself to the coffee experience that you deserve. Don't miss out on this fantastic offer. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thanks to Heartwork Coffee Bar for making today's episode possible. Now go grab your favorite mug, brew a fresh cup, and enjoy the podcast with the perfect companion, Heartwork Coffee Bar. Cheers.
Like, who wouldn't? You know what I mean? And I love Instagram, and I love like YouTube videos where they're like, get ready with me. And then it's like a 3 hour get ready with me. And you're like, all right, that's rad. That's not my life. That's not most people's lives because most of us aren't like making content for a living and getting paid in brand deals for luxury items of skincare and makeup and all that type of stuff. And so more realistically, we're going to play here in the Ace of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles reverse. Again, is to say, like, you can have your feelings about the ebb and flow of life, but if life is demanding that you put a couple things on the back burner, make sure that there's a way that you balance taking care of yourself without feeling bitter or angry that you can't self care all day, or that you gain a sense of balance in understanding like your responsibilities are yours to manage in a way that can be lighthearted or not, because your happiness is ultimately up to you. You're in control of your happiness. And if you let comparison, if you let, you know, whatever the hell else you see on social media just kind of impact you negatively, it's going to be more difficult to find peace in having to put some things on the back burner, having to say no right now, and having to focus on other things. Look, a lot of life doesn't feel great. Okay. I wish it did. I want that for everybody. I want everyone to feel good all the freaking time. That's like just my overly optimistic self wanting the best for everybody. However, most of my life has been uncomfortable. Like I think most people's lives have been uncomfortable. This idea that we can have comfort all the time and whatever, I think is only that shit only it's perpetuated by Nepo babies, I swear to God. Like, because who lives like that? Anyway, Ace of Pentacles. I love this. I love this card because when you do focus on one thing at a time, that's it. That's life. Like it's like you can either be occupied while you're engaging in a specific behavior or when you're with other people, or you can practice presence, you can practice peace, you can practice your internal boundaries. The Ace of Pentacles suggests that we are wanting to receive something, right? We're wanting to receive peace. Now, I can explain a little bit of where I'm at right now. I am wanting to hold my responsibilities with a greater sense of confidence. I'm wanting to hold my responsibilities with a greater sense of assuredness. Those are feelings that I am bringing in and kind of locking in. And I'm doing that by remaining present. I'm doing that by noticing when my mind wants to take me out of the present moment and pressure me and say, but you have all these other things to do. And what about this? And what about that? Okay, those are just thoughts. They're over here. And if you're off camera, I'm like got my arms up and I'm like pointing to the other side of the room. Those thoughts are over there while I'm over here. So I create a sense of separateness from those thoughts that want to distract me from the present moment, from where I am. I can only do one thing at a time, and I can only do one thing at a time well. Sometimes I can do one thing at a time and not that well because I'm trying to get better at it. So I can still only do one thing at a time, is my point. Same for you. I don't know about multitasking. I've seen things that suggest it's difficult for a lot of people to multitask. I do know that our attention span is getting shorter and shorter. And this is why I think it's important that we stay boundaried and say that it's okay to put some things on the back burner. It's okay to not have it all the time. It's okay to let life come in the organic waves and ebbs and flows that it's designed to, instead of us trying to hijack it and have everything we want and then show it on the gram and get validation from people or whatever we're even doing by having it all. I don't even know. I really don't even know. Like, whatever. Anyway, just kind of challenge some of the thinking that you're seeing in some of these like beliefs and societal frameworks. It's just, I think, got everyone in a mind fuck, including myself. I'm not like above any of this just because I'm, sharing it with you guys. So going back, Eight of Pentacles, head down. What do you want to get better at, right? What do you really want to say? I'm going to focus on this and I'm going to do my best day in and day out. If you don't like what you have in front of you, change it. Do what you can do. I'm not saying you have to like throw everything out, but I'm saying within your realm of control, what can you bring in that you want to get better at? And the work is the work. None of this is supposed to be glamorous, you know? It's just not. It's I'm sorry. Like I wish it were, but it isn't. Now, like romanticize your life, do all the things, light your candles, light your sage, drink your tea, hold your crystals, like tell yourself the sweet stuff, right? Like that's a part of the romanticizing your life. And you can romanticize as much or as little as you want. Do your thing. Don't forget about your power here. The power to entertain new ideas. Ask the universe or your guides or yourself, like, I want to see things differently. Show me how I can see it differently. I want to feel this differently. Show me how I can feel this differently. Be open to the new things. Two of Pentacles reversed. Put some things on the back burner. It's okay. Not everything can be a priority. Okay. And you can always come back to the things that you've set aside. You've got this. Ace of Pentacles. Be open to the new opportunities. Be open to the present moment. Just breathe it in. See how much simpler and peaceful your mind becomes when you choose to just be in the here and now as often as you can. And when you notice yourself floating away, because we all will, bring yourself back, even when those moments are unpleasant, even when they're boring, even when you wish they were cooler, even when you wish you didn't feel certain discomfort and pain. Continue to bring yourself back to the present because this affirms and you show yourself that you're safe enough to handle the present moment. That will allow you to manage your responsibilities in a way that's a little bit more joyful or open, or at least less frustrating and exhausted. Okay. I love you. I hope this helps. I hope it inspires. I hope you have an amazing August, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
Hey, love, I want to ask you to rate and review my podcast. Giving me a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts would mean the world to me. I love knowing who's listening and what everyone is getting from the episode, so please take a moment of your time to share your thoughts, and I look forward to reading your reviews soon.